A good saying that a culture, nay, a society is thriving is in its ability to create works of art. When human beings don't have to focus on their survival with every fiber of their being, society allows us to indulge in passion projects and distractions from the grim reality in which we all live. Chief among these is the sport. From the Roman Colosseum to whatever esports is, humans have a long and storied history of getting mad at games in order to not get mad at everything else. Now, you may be thinking, this seems like a waste of time. Well, it is, and that's the beauty of it.
And also, most will give you brain damage.
And also that. Hi, I'm Buck Wild, Junior Varsity.
And I'm Jeffrey Slugger Cold One, and this is Sports Center.
For legal reasons, no, it is not. But what is a sport, truly? It's an athletic competition to be sure, but who really decides what makes one activity a sport and another just a game?
We do, and we will.
For starters, we should define what a sport actually is. It's an athletic competition, and as such, must be both physically and mentally taxing. There also needs to be a scoring mechanism in place to help determine a winner.
And everybody should be having fun. Or, at the very least, be in existential misery if they lose.
Works for me. Now let's test out this definition with some borderline sports. Jeff, how do you feel about esports? Oh, buddy, we have got to talk about your knife pocket.
It's
I know
full
it's full of knives, but you can't afford to keep buying this many blades. Do you remember what Grandma Wild used to say? If you can't afford the hilt, you can't afford the knife. Yes, exactly. Now, how do you feel about auto racing? I swear to God if you reach for your gun pocket. All right, I can live with that. More of a mental strain than a physical one.
Yeah, it's like horse racing, where the horse is the athlete, so it falls under horse sports.
Which has its own episode, yeah. How about stage wrestling?
No real winners there. Except the fans.
Right.
Who are losers.
Okay, and lastly, it says here, divorce? I mean, it's physically and mentally taxing, and there is a clear winner and loser. Is it fun? Okay, gonna mark that down as a no. Now that we've dealt with the borderline cases, we can move on to the true sports.
And boy, are there a lot of them. To make things a little bit more digestible for all of you, we're going to break them into groups.
That's right, Jeffrey. After many minutes of thinking, we've decided on the following categories. Runners.
Daredevilin.
Games for children.
Games for dads.
Violence.
And the wet ones. God, I love me some wet ones.
You want to start with them?
Absolutely. We've got all the obvious ones. Swimming races, synchronized swimming, diving.
Water polo for people. Water polo for horses.
Winter sports if they're played in the wrong season. Rowing, I guess.
Staying hydrated. Is that all of them?
I mean, maybe surfing, but that would fit better in our next category. Daredevilin.
Daredeviling is defined as...
This is where the more risky sports go, like skydiving, snowboarding, or cheating the mob.
Other entries include BMX, bungee jumping, skateboarding, and really anything that involves going down a hill real fast.
And doing kickflips.
Just like on their own?
Yeah, give it a shot. Next category, running. Running is a sport thing. Maybe the sport thing. And boy, are there ever some sports about it.
Some of the sports in the runners category are, well, races. Additionally, it also contains most of the track and field events.
Yeah, like high jump, low jump.
Long jump, short jump.
And this drawing of a kangaroo with boxing gloves. His name is Terry. It's short for terrible at boxing.
We're also going to throw soccer in here. Or as it's called in the rest of the world, why did I decide to cheer for Everton?
And now we will take part in the time-honored tradition of transitioning from soccer to violence.
The violence category contains any sports that involve harming your opponents, such as boxing, MMA, and real wrestling.
It also covers some team sports like rugby and football, or as we call it here, that's the other one.
Finally, the violence category includes the original sport, war. Or if you'd like to break it apart into its components, archery, knife throwing, fencing.
Owning a sword.
No, Jeff, not. Please stop. Oh no. What's that? The episode's run too long. We've upset grandfather clock. You shut up! Shut it, old man! I'm informing the public! You never loved! Never! You just looked out for your perch and judged! I'm sorry I couldn't master time like you. Sorry I didn't have the hands. But you could have used yours to hold me, you old jerk.
Next is games for dads.
Golf. Maybe fishing.
Last is games for kids. That's just everything that's left. Those fuckers will play anything. Hey, kid. What do you want to play?
I'm cool with whatever.
See?
Jeff, that kid is 25.